moves more than 1 million passengers a day across almost 3,500 services. Sydney Trains' sprawling spiderweb of lines is monitored 24/7 at this central nerve centre in Alexandria. But it can be a temperamental beast.
Sydney's rail network is more than 170 years old, so we've got a network that's been built over time. It's a complex network and it's a very busy network.
In May, the commute for thousands of passengers was plunged into chaos after a power cable came down on top of a loaded carriage between Strathfield and Homebush. It happened at one of the worst possible places on the network.
We do have a number of key junctions on that network. Strathfield is a good example of that, Granville's another one, Redfern, a number of these locations where if we do have an incident, it tends to impact not just one T line, but potentially the whole network.
The issue is that up to 6 rail lines pass through these critical junctions. They share infrastructure like power and mechanical signals, meaning a problem on one line can bring all of them to a grinding halt.
So it is a real challenge. We're trying to simplify the network, detangle those lines, but it will take time.
But could these problematic parts of the rail network ever actually be completely untangled?
If we had a magic wand, we would put all of the existing rail network underground and we would separate them out into separate lines, completely segregated from each other so that there was no overlap.
Experts say the massive cost and disruption involved mean it's a pipe dream.
We'd be talking tens of billions of dollars, if not more, to untangle the existing railway network. And more to the point, it would mean having to move everybody off the rail network onto buses or onto the roads for a substantial period of time, which would just be too disruptive for Sydney.
And politically, it's hard to spend money on things that don't really increase services, but do improve resilience. Resilience is only a problem 1 or 2 days a year, in fact, even less than that.
Sydney Trains is confident the situation will improve in the future. It says when the South West Metro and Western Metro lines are complete, commuters will have more options if there are problems on the traditional rail network.
I think the next few years as we roll out more metro investment is going to be good news for passengers, but that doesn't remove the need to operate our network more reliably.
It says more proactive maintenance, changes to timetables and the way train crews operate will help. And it started replacing the network's old mechanical signals with digital technology, meaning drivers won't have to rely on problem-prone trackside traffic lights.
That is a long-term investment, so we're talking the next 10 to 15 years. What we need to do in the space we're in at the moment is really bridge that gap.
So it seems the occasional gaping hole will still be hard to avoid. Sarah Geraghty, ABC News, Sydney.